The days of expensive golf clubs and balls should now be long gone. These new seed golf balls claim to help you break par, not the bank. So how do they compare to more expensive balls such as a TaylorMade TP5, a Titleist Pro V1 or even a Callaway Chrome Soft? Today we are talking balls. We're going to play with these balls. You know what, I've already got some out here and we're going to see just how good they are for money. What are they like for value, what are they like for performance? And then we're going to compare them in the GOLFZON simulator to see just how they do compare to a Titleist Pro V1, the #1 ball in golf. Right, I'm going to tee off first. Chris, I'm going to go driver, but I'm also going to hit a seed off, and guess what else I'm going to hit, Chris, just so people can get a little bit of something out here as well. A good old Titleist Pro V1. I'm going to take the worst tee shot in this match. Oh, are you happy with that?
I've just put my socks back on.
Oh, why have I knocked them off?
You have.
I've knocked them off, right. So, I don't even know which ball this is. I don't want to know which it is. We're just going to have a bit of a blind test. Right, we're a little bit downwind. That helps on this opening hole. Just a nice one straight down the fairway with a touch of fade, if anything. Just like that. Now, I don't know what ball that was, but they are both a urethane cover, which should help matters. Just kicked into the left-hand rough. I can now see this is the Pro V1, so that was in fact the seed ball.
Good ball flight though.
Good, yeah, nice ball flight. We'll go same again. I've got to take the worst one. That one's in place, so we're all right. Oh yeah, a little bit lower, Chris, same line.
Yeah, so slightly lower.
Interesting how they felt like the same swing, but a totally different trajectory. I'll be interested to see what that does in relation to distance when we get down there. But we'll let Chris have a go. Chris has got one and one only. He can take his best one. Chris is up the right side. Lovely trajectory though.
It felt solid.
Right.
Let's see.
So what I love about these golf balls, guys, is obviously the price. If you do buy these seed balls in bulk, you can get a really good deal on them. So if you're sick of paying 40, 50 pounds a dozen, these could well be the answer. The thing is, the last thing you want to do is then give up on performance. So these new seed golf balls, they are a little bit more updated than the previous ones, and they feature an optimal combination of distance, feel and spin, outstanding tee to green performance. They also have a 3-piece construction, a soft cast urethane cover, ultra thin dew point HPF mantle, and of course a high energy rubber core featuring 336 dimples. All sounds very similar to a Titleist Pro V1, all sounds very similar to a TP5, apart from obviously the 3-piece construction, which we all know is very similar to the Pro V1. Save money. We love that on this channel. I'm walking up the left-hand side for my two balls, and you can see I have very similar shots actually. I'm going to go with, obviously this one's not quite as far, but that one's a little bit more offline. I'll play this one because I've still got a swing there, and that isn't really a difficult shot. So this is, look at that, see, that is the seed, which means that is the Titleist. It was a little bit of a lower flight. I imagine that has kicked on a little bit since. Now, obviously, we're not going to compare these golf balls just with an opening tee shot with a fairly stiff golf swing. So we're going to jump in the GOLFZON simulator. I'm really looking forward to doing that. Guys, I've actually been using these balls for quite some time now. I've been testing them when I've been playing a little bit of social golf, and I've really enjoyed them. Have I got enough club with 56? Yes. Oh, be good. Be good. Lovely high ball flight, felt under control, and that is flag high. That's the perfect shot for me from there. And what I really like is the cover is that soft. You do start to see a little bit of kind of urethane come off, which is always nice for a soft golf ball. Right, I'm absolutely buzzing with that start. Yes, the drive didn't go quite as far as a Pro V1. That could well be down to the elements, down to the bounce it took. We have this for birdie. Chris is up in the trees on the right-hand side. He must be checking his phone for some help. But can we birdie the par 5 next as well with these more budget golf balls? Let's see how Chris can do from the rough.
Ooh, a bit right.
Oh, just short right there.
Not the ball.
Too bad. Now, greenside control, I'm buzzing that that has stopped. It's pitched there, it's landed exactly flag high. Now, out of the rough, and you can see that flag showing we are downwind as well, that is a huge bonus for such a bargain ball. You can get that amount of control. This is stuff you can't test in a simulator, and that is fantastic. Right, and Chris is liking it that much, he's going to test them around the greens.
I did say it wasn't the ball that for missing the green, it was me.
Boys. He's played it nice though. He's played it nice though. The boys weren't hoping for that, they were hoping for a duff, I think.
They were, they're very negative people, those.
How do you find the ball there? Did it check up for you? I mean, it's flag high.
It did check up a little bit there, so it felt as soft again. It wasn't a perfect strike, but it felt solid off the face. And the same with that shot. I got the same flight you'd expect from a Pro V1 for a better price.
Even I'll give you that, Chris.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's because winner buys the beer. Right, flag high. Really impressed with the performance so far. Love the alignment aid. Chris, show 'em. Big fan.
It is nice and thick there, so you can get this lined up. Seed SD01, but perfect for lining up.
You know what? That wind's just propping the flag a bit. I'm going to take it out. Good to test it on a day like today as well. When you are testing golf balls, you want to test them in all the elements.
We saw solid flights from them, so they wasn't affected there, but they also didn't balloon up, which you start to think from a cheaper ball. It's got all the attributes of a premium.
Not hit it, I was scared of that.
It's not a premium person on the end of the putter.
Not a day for a who day. It's level after 1-2 pars. Now interestingly, you're using budget irons as well this year.
Correct.
So I'd be really interested to see, I might do this video actually, budget irons and ball.
Although look what came back.
Never. The 4-iron.
Somebody stole my 4-iron.
Yeah.
Slash borrowed my 4-iron.
A pro, may we add.
Yes, he did. He borrowed it and he's not returned it yet, and that was 2 weeks ago. So.
And this is a pro that takes his game incredibly seriously. Some would say sadly seriously, but anyway, Danny, I hope you're having a good time here at the Pro-Am.
So, yeah, premium, but budget ball and budget clubs, but they're still doing the job, aren't they, really?
Yeah, you're still living your best life, playing for green fees and lessons and all the rest, improving your golf, sort of. That is absolutely munched, isn't it?
It's just, well, it's the same ball flight. I know you got to return the club the same, but it doesn't go any different than what you'd expect from a premium ball, does it?
Yeah, the thing that's flown the bunker as well, and you're not losing that feel element either. You're not getting a kind of horrible...
It feels solid. It doesn't feel tinny like you think from a cheaper ball.
And this is why now when you look at marketing, you look at the bigger brands and Titleists say we are the #1 ball in golf, and obviously they have a huge market share. Then you look at how Callaway, TaylorMade, even PXG now are trying to kind of wrestle in on that market share. What about these smaller brands? What about these brands that are bringing you kind of better value potentially? Because value is only value if the performance is there. Otherwise, they are cheap. And there's a big difference between cheap and a bargain. Wow. I'm going to say that's the best drive I've ever hit on this hole, Chris.
It's not an easy driving hole, but that was a great ball flight.
Can we get that again?
I'm not going to replay it. Nobody wants to.
It's okay. I'm editing it. I'll replay it a few times.
Wow. Wants to see it.
What a shot!
Back in the game, father of the year.
Right, Chris, I'm interested to hear how well you hit yours, because it's actually almost up with mine, and like I said, that's the best drive I've hit in a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, I think you'll have got a little bit more run. I think mine has carried over there, but two of the best shots we've hit down in a long time. But distance-wise, even I think if we'd have hit Pro V1, which is a shame that we didn't, but I think it wouldn't have been.
Never fear, Chris, we are in the simulator imminently.
Oh, are we? All right.
Well, I am. You're doing short game on your channel, are you?
I certainly am, the everyday golfer as it's now called. So we're going to do some short game, test it against Pro V1, see what the spin numbers are and how accurate can you be with this into the green. I've got a 6-iron here. It's downwind. Let's see if we can send one a little bit higher. Yeah, you certainly can.
That is at it if it's long enough. Oh, tell you what.
You can launch it.
Oh, that could be. Zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom.
Wow.
Did it zoom, zoom?
Yeah, I'm on it. Honestly, I thought that was going to go in for an albatross.
Oh, I did, but I put my back out again.
Can you imagine never having a hole-in-one but having an albatross? Cracking turf interaction as well from the natural ball striker striding down that fairway. Right, well, if Chris hits 6, I think I'm going to hit 6 as well. That's how it works, isn't it?
It's certainly launched.
It's just left.
Just a little bit
It's
left.
gone on the lie a little bit. It's flag high, it's not bad, it's done okay. Ball just ever so slightly above my feet, and we have been covering that over on Get Good at Golf, so go and check it out. I mean, I've just totally not assessed the lie very well there. Do as we say, not as we do, I guess.
Needs a refresher.
So I find videos like this mega interesting, guys. I really hope you do as well. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you enjoy these kind of more budget orientated videos, or should I say great value orientated videos. I've probably called this something to do with a comparison of a Pro V1 or a TP5 or a Chrome Soft. And I want to know, guys, if you were to use these golf balls for a year instead of maybe the Pro V1 and save yourself a couple of £100, maybe even more, depending how many you lose, what would you spend that extra money on? So I'm just here on the par 5 in 2. Wasn't the best struck 6 iron. Chris's must have been close to going in, to be brutally honest with you. Now, what greenside control can I get with this ball? Because yes, it's important for driver numbers. You want to get the ball speed, the spin rate, all the rest, but you also want to be able to capitalise when you're this close to a par 5 in 2. It's not a great line. There's a bit of mud on the ball as well. It's still that time of year. The ultimate equaliser. The elements. Right. Could not have played that any better.
Oh, it's close to a gimme.
Close to a gimme. I really had to get the leading edge under that because it was in a little bit of a recess. But again, if you want to learn how to do that, get good at golf.
Chips like that. I'll give it you.
To an almost gimme. Right, for the first Stephen of the year.
On screen now.
Stephen Seagal, Eagle, for anyone that doesn't know if you're new to the channel.
We haven't assessed the ball for a Marcel. Go.
Oh, he's not hit it for an Eagle. There is a Marcel though, if we have a look, and it is on the line of the alignment aid, which I really like as well. I'll give you that, Chris, pick it up and show them where that line is. There we go. Turn that round. Is that going to affect roll? I suppose it would do a tiny bit, would it?
Potentially, but again, matches in nicely with the alignment aid. There's nothing worse than when the Marcel is not matching that.
No.
This is for your half, although I have given it you really. Oh, easy. 2
birdies. Right, guys, 1 hole left. Let's jump out there and I'm going to hit some more out here on the golf course, but we're also going to jump in the GOLFZON simulator. I'm buzzing to see how these do compare for that price. Okay guys, I'm not going to lie, this is a test I do quite enjoy doing. It basically means I get to hit driver as hard as I physically can with a couple of golf balls. I made sure Chris passed them in and out to me, so I couldn't really tell which one was which, and just tried to hit the ball pretty much as hard as I physically could. Now that is going to incur some miss hits. That is the one, right there. Yes please. As you can see, it's also going to show some good shots as well. So which one is the longest and which one is the best for the value? For me, I think we would have to see a clear winner here if you look at the difference in price compared to a Pro V1 or the new C golf ball. I mean, as you can see there, some quite long drives. Very similar numbers. There's a kind of mile-an-hour 0.2 in it with ball speed. Spin rates, there's 500 in it. That is quite a lot, and that does reflect in the carry distance as a 5-yard difference in that distance. 278 carries opposed to 273. Both around my numbers. That could be down to some miss hits and some really, really munch drives. Obviously, this is human testing. It's not machine testing. And again, not a huge difference there whatsoever in the total yardages. So which one is the best for the value? Guys, get in the comments below and let me know what you think. Right guys, very interesting numbers there. So the Titleist came out just on top, but only just. So if you are thinking about your budget, I always say this, and this is why testing golf balls out here on the course, yes, you can do it, but how consistent do you need to be? Right, we're now into quite a strong wind, and the interesting thing for me here is, can I flight this ball down like I would a more premium ball? Can I still get it out there nice and low? Should be able to. With that urethane cover, I should be able to manage the ball flight just a bit and hopefully take this match. Yes, please. It really is ticking all those boxes for me for the price. And how good do you need to be to save a couple of quid?
Oh, you need to be better than that.
Better than that?
Watch how far this one goes. The seed.
Hold my beer, he says.
Right.
It's exactly the same line as mine.
But 20 yards further.
In your dreams, son.
Even with a bad back.
Right, that's an interesting 20 yards.
I mean, on the line, it's a good 19.
All right. 8 iron. Can we control that flight again? Again, these are all things you think about when you are choosing your golf ball, as well as budget. We keep talking about budget, but it is important. at the pylon with fade. Like that.
That's what you said.
I've absolutely caught the winds, just murdered it at the end.
Ooh.
Oh, that ball fly was delightful in the air as well.
Right, so James at 145. I've got 126 for the flag.
2 yards.
And 19 yards in front.
That was such a pure strike. I was looking at the turn.
Ball flight again. It's a good ball flight with that ball for the price. Is great, but
It's on the green.
like James a little bit short of the flag.
My divot went further.
Well done.
So guys, interestingly, 2 decent shots into the last there, and I always think whenever I review something like this, whether it's Tacoma irons, the Cali irons, Seed golf balls, any of the other kind of more budget brands, I always think, who's the real winner here? And it has to be me and you. It has to be the people who are spending the money on the products.
Oh, the everyday golfer.
The everyday golfers, Chris, who are
golfer.
getting still the performance, but you can spend that spare money on a pint because the loser buys the pints up here at Waterfront at the end, and you're going to 3-putt and I'm going to chip in.
Very unlucky there, just landed on the top. Stopped quick, so stopped as quick, like you say, with spin. It is into the wind, but certainly grabbed.
Can we just assess that Chris was 2 yards ahead of me and now I'm flag high and he's not?
James must have hit a sprinkler head. Oh, he's got to go.
Short.
Good line, just...
You've left a few short. Is that the soft cover maybe, or?
I just think I toe struck that one, to be honest. I think it was me again, not the ball.
Right, downhill. I'm going to go 56, try and dink it down and release out. We're in the rough.
Dink it down.
Dink
This sounds
it
a good
down.
shot, this, James.
Just a dinker.
Talk's a good game here. We're not zooming, we're dinking. It's a dinker. That's a great chip.
Oh.
We'll
But
give you that
again
one.
there, like it feels premium. That doesn't feel like I'm using in brackets a cheap golf ball at all. I really enjoyed that. And again, even if maybe you use them for practice, if you have a practice bag full of them for your short game, we would always say practice what you use. But if you don't want to go and spend loads and loads and loads of money on Pro V1s, I mean, to be honest, these are absolutely outstanding. Chris, I hope you don't think I've given you that because...
No, it's gaming putt. I was just waiting to stop rabbiting on, to be honest.
Sorry.
Seeing the boys. Right, come and have a look at this alignment now, James.
Oh.
So, cracking line. Match it up. And let it roll.
What a player. I'd be interested to see the first kind of bargain golf ball that starts featuring better alignment edge, you know, like the new Callaway ones and stuff like that. But
yeah.
Guys, that is the new Seed golf ball. It is an honourable half. We're going to have an 18-hole replay, so smash that subscribe button if you want to see it. I think these are outstanding for the value, and hopefully you've tried them as well. Apart from that, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.